Hey guys, this is Parney from Dash Car Productions, and before we get into today's topic, I just want to quickly mention if you guys can please subscribe to my channel, and I really appreciate it. So today we're going to be talking about why you shouldn't get an oil change done at a dealership, and I'll be focusing my experience through the Subaru dealership since I do own a WRX. So reason one, the waiting time. When I drop my vehicle off, there is a long waiting time. I usually drop it off at around 8:30 a.m. on a Saturday, and I'm always on time. When I arrive, I check in, I give them the keys, and then you go and sit in the lobby for about 2.5 hours. Now for the first oil change I had in my car, they quote the time to be half an hour long. But why does it take 2.5 hours long? I don't know. I'm thinking it's because they book a lot of appointments at 8:30 and they only have 2-3 mechanics working at a time. And this is not just Subaru, this is all dealerships across all brands that I've experienced. You want to get in and out, but you're stuck there, you're waiting, you only got there, okay, coffee, some are better than others. An oil change should take 10 to 15 minutes long, especially at a dealership because they have the lifts. They roll your car in, they put in the lift, they jack it up, they go under the car, they unbolt one screw, wait for the oil to drop, screw it back in, change the filter, and pour the oil in. It doesn't take a very long time, but for them it just takes forever. So for me, it's quite a long day because it takes about 40 minutes for me to go to this dealership and then 40 minutes to go back. So it ends up being a 3.5 hour day, just wasted. It should not take that long. And as I mentioned in my other videos, the reason why I go to this specific dealership is one, well, I bought my car there, and two, I have a few free oil changes. All right, so let's talk about the first service. So your first oil change is considered Schedule A for all Subaru. Now all they do is just a straightforward oil change, a road test, and an inspection for various things like the lights, the wiper, the washers. They service the battery, inspect the steering. They're really not doing much. They even check the tire pressure, the wear on the tires. All these things can be done on your own, and it takes about 10 minutes. Just look at your service manual and it says inspect. You're looking for a leak, looking for tears, and for a brand new vehicle, there shouldn't be any issues. So they quote it starting at $130 plus levies, plus taxes, plus shop fees. So it ends up being really expensive for really just an oil change. Schedule A is done at the 10,000 kilometer point or 6 months, whatever comes first. Now the second oil change is considered Schedule B, and that's done at the 1 year mark or the 20,000 kilometer. Now Schedule B cost over $500. It's ridiculous. It's exactly the same thing as Schedule A. They're just doing an oil change, but they are inspecting a few more other components that just adds more time. So it ends up being really expensive. I'll post a picture of Schedule A and B so you guys can see on my left. It's all inspections. Schedule B, they do say they service the brakes. Now what they told me what that means is that they take the tire off and they take the caliper off and look and make sure everything's working fine and clean it up. Oddly, when I got my car back, they said they couldn't find my lock nut. So how did they remove the caliper? It didn't make any sense. I was in the lobby the whole time. They could have told me. I mean, it was in the trunk the entire time. Just ask. But they still charged me the full price. I'll imagine servicing the brakes is the most time-consuming component of the whole inspection. I mean, it's 2.5 hours long is what they quote it for, and they're still charging me $550. That didn't make any sense to me. But once again, I had it free, that oil change, but for other people, you guys should be mindful of that. Be very mindful of that, because you're paying for them to pull apart the brakes. But if you're not doing that, what are you paying for? So that also makes me wonder, are dealerships even doing any of this? I wish they were more transparent, and I wish they were more efficient as well. But it gives people a lot of peace of mind that going to a dealership, you know, they're trusted, they know exactly about your car. But if you just look and take a step back, at the end of the day, the cars are all very similar. all combustible engines run exactly the same. I mean, give or take a few things, but if you just learn about the car, you can easily work it on your own. You guys can do the oil changes at home by yourself. It's really, really easy. You just need a couple things to lift the car up, underneath, on bolts, let the oil drain out, plug it back in, put the new oil, and change the filter. And on the WRX, the filter is right under the hood of the engine, so it's very accessible and easy to get at. And you can get full synthetic Castrol high-end oils from Canadian Tire on sale for like 30 bucks. Just wait for a sale, pick it up, and you can you do it yourself in total for 50 bucks versus $180. It's a big, big savings. And you guys should learn about the vehicles. You guys should know how to work on the vehicle, just the basics. So you have a better understanding when someone's saying this is wrong, that's wrong. You're like, hey, that looks okay to me. So just keep that in mind. So that's it for this video. I hope it gives some insight of what you can expect if you're going to go to the dealership for an oil change. I don't recommend it. I'd say avoid it unless it's part of your package when you bought the car new. Everyone knows a trusted mechanic. There's a few shops around Lower Mainland that are very specialized in Subaru. There's Garage 5 and there's Dale's Automotive. Just hit them up and I'm sure that you just get a better price off the bat. Now for me, I still have another year's worth of free maintenance, so I won't be showing you guys a do-yourself video on an oil change, but I'm sure there's tons of information, tons of videos on YouTube. You can find it, so I highly recommend you find them, and I highly recommend you guys do it yourself, because that money, that savings can go to aftermarket parts, like getting exhaust, some new rims, and that's a lot cooler than just wasting your money on oil change. So in my next video, I'm going to talk about why you guys should buy a brand new car, the benefits and some of the cons of buying a new car. So stay tuned for that one. I want to release one video a week. That's my goal. And I want to grow this channel and provide information for everyone I think that's useful and helpful for everyone. So if you like this video, please smash that like button and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.